we are about 25 minutes out from the Nvidia keynote, which should be pretty cool. I'll talk a little bit about it. I used to work on these. There's gonna be a lot of things they probably have to reveal. The main thing will be the new 50 series GPUs. He's probably gonna explain the architecture and how it's better and good, and then sort of use that to justify what is certainly going to be a very high price. I just want to warn you. The price is going to be high. I don't know if I've explained the market dynamics that I am aware of from working at Nvidia. It's that there is no competition at the highest end. With GPUs, there's the 70s are like between 250 and 500. Somewhere in that range. I mean, this is like historical 70s. This is going to be on the higher end of that range. The 80s are between like 500, 750, maybe even closer to 1,000 now. And then these are like a rack plus, usually like 1,500 plus now. And the reason these can charge so much, the highest end, is because it's for only enthusiasts. It's for like Shroud. It's for the people that like, you know, they spend all their money on one whopping amazing gaming PC and that's like their biggest hobby. So at the highest end, there really is nowhere else you can go, which is why Nvidia can charge so much here. 4070 was 550. All right, it's a little up. I'm going through my mental math. This was mine's from the 30 series, what I'm thinking of. And 40, I was there for the 40 launch too, but. Now, it is worth saying that since the time that I worked on these, Nvidia has become the second most valuable company on earth, and it's primarily due to AI, not gaming. They're an AI company now. Gaming is a small piece. So this will be about gaming, but I wonder how much of his heart will be in it. Whether this goes well or not is like such a small rounding error now on Nvidia's future and income and everything compared to where it was before for Jensen. We'll see what they have. Let's see what kind of products they have.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CES 2025. Jensen started out working at a Denny's as a dishwasher.
Yeah, that's kind of impressive, but Elon Musk once did a shift in his father's emerald mine. And if that's not a more difficult upbringing, I don't know what is. What do we got? What's the big reveal?
This is how intelligence is made, a new kind of factory. Generator of tokens. Tokens teach robots to move like the masters.
You guys know Jiro Dreams of Sushi, where that sushi master spends his entire life, 60 plus years, learning how to become a sushi master? I cannot wait to kick him out to the curb and replace him with a robot. I cannot wait to tell him, hey, pack your bags, fucker. You're on the street, and then put a robot in his job.
Welcome to the stage, Nvidia founder and CEO, Jensen Huang.
Welcome to CES!
Look at that jacket.
Are you excited to be in Las Vegas? Do you like my jacket? It has been an extraordinary journey, extraordinary year.
Where's the gaming?
Every single layer of the technology
it's going to be a lot of AI.
Has been, in a lot of ways, all of this with AI is the house that GeForce built.
GeForce is the gaming
AI
brand of Nvidia.
To reach the masses. And now,
if it has the GeForce brand, that means it's
AI
about
is
gaming.
coming home to GeForce. There are so many things that you can't do without AI. Let me show you some of it now.
So he's talking about gaming now. The following footage is rendered in real time using an RTX Blackwell. Sheesh. Standard material, lame. RTX material, way less memory. RTX neural faces. I mean, pretty insane in real time, right? That all looks really good.
Real-time computer graphics.
It's funny because that game would cost $200 million and get outsold by Balatro in 1 second.
The amount of geometry that you saw was absolutely insane. It would have been impossible without artificial intelligence. Not only
DLSS is truly amazing.
It's called DLSS. Latest generation of DLSS also generates beyond
because it lets you get frame rates and quality that you couldn't get on your machine before, like way higher. It's not mad. It's just the facts. Just to explain real quick, I mean, DLSS is they run the game on a supercomputer and they train an AI on it to know what it should look like, and then DLSS can run on your shitty machine and upscale everything to look way better at a high frame rate. You can play at way higher graphics than higher settings you normally could. It's incredible. It's awesome, and it improves a lot of people's gaming experience.
Today we're announcing our next generation, the RTX Blackwell family. Here it is. Our brand new GeForce RTX 50 series. The GPU is just a beast. 1.8 terabytes per second.
So better ray tracing performance and better AI performance. It's going to cost a lot? Yeah, let's hear the price. What's the price, Jensen?
This is RTX 4090. I know many of you have one.
Yeah, I do.
know it. Look, it's $1,599. It is one of the best investments you could possibly make. And now for $1,500 and $1,599, you get to upgrade that and turbocharge the living daylights out of it. Well, now with the Blackwell family, RTX 5070, 4090 performance at $549.
Whoa! 5070 though, it's the 70. This is the 70. This is the 70. That's the 70. Wait for the 80 and the
Tensor
90.
cores.
But 4090
so
performance 549 is crazy.
5070, and here's the whole family. Starting from 5070 all the way up to 5090. 5090,
Okay,
twice
so it's
the
up.
performance of a 4090.
It's 2 racks. It's 2 racks. 5080, that's pretty good. What was the 80 series? What was the 4080? Yeah, 4080 launched at 1200, dude. This is a fucking this is progress.
Ability starting January. This is a 5070 laptop for $1,299. This 5070 laptop has a 4090 performance.
Dude, can I say this?
I think
So it's funny. Nvidia doesn't actually make laptops, and we can't use anybody's actual laptop design, so we always had to use these fake-looking renders that look like I don't know, some weird MacBook hybrid. We always had to use these. I'm saying we when I did these. Yeah, we had to use these. When are you saying fucking we? Yeah, I worked there for 5 years, and we had to use these.
Well, Blackwell is in full production.
That's funny.
It is in
Dude, the gaming part is just over. He's talking about how, hey, we're going to sell a ton of GPUs to big tech companies. That's the whole, based on scaling laws, they're going to need 60 trillion of these more every year, and we're going to sell a fuck ton. They're clapping. How he's got the shield.
This is my show and tell. This is a show and tell.
He's just doing a reference.
This NVLink system, it is 1.5 tons, 600,000 parts, approximately equal to 20 cars. But the goal of all of this is because the scaling laws are driving computing so hard that this level of computation, Blackwell over our last generation, improves the performance per watt by a factor of 4.
He's still got
And
the
so
shield.
if the perf per watt of Blackwell is 4 times our last generation,
then that means everybody who just bought the last generation of GPU racks from us needs to buy a whole new upgrade right now. I'm looking at you, Amazon. I'm looking at you, Meta. I'm looking at you, Microsoft.
Now the goal of all of this is so that we can create one giant chip.
Bro, all of this to generate like Will Smith eating spaghetti. Like on demand for millions of people around the world. All of this so you can cheat on your homework, bro. Nobody has to write an essay ever again.
One of the most important things that's happening in the world of enterprise is agentic AI. In order to respond to a customer in the future, in order for AI to respond, it used to be ask a question, answer starts spewing out. In the future, you ask a question, a whole bunch of models are going to be working in the background.
It is wild. The ability to prompt and then create a VTuber or even a human-looking person speaking in a full presentation on any subject is essentially here, which is wild.
And they could
Nobody
deploy
wants
it
AI
their
to replace
customers
humans.
and run it wherever the customers want to run this software.
Ask your boss.
The next layer is what we call NVIDIA
Ask
NeMo.
your boss what he thinks about that.
NeMo, in the future, these AI agents are essentially digital workforce that are working alongside your employees.
Alongside.
Doing things for you
Wink.
on your behalf. And so the way that you would
Alongside,
bring these
understood.
specialized, that entire pipeline, digital employee pipeline,
Digital
in a lot of
employee
ways,
pipeline.
the IT department of every company is going to be the HR department of AI agents in the future. Today, they manage and maintain a bunch of software from
Is he
from the
surprised
IT
no one's
industry.
cheering?
In the future,
That's
they'll maintain.
dystopian. He's saying this
And
at
so
CES.
your
Half the people
your
there will
IT
lose their
department's
jobs.
gonna become kind of
Half
like
the people here are
AI
tech
agent
journalists.
And on top of that,
He's literally preaching to a bunch of tech journalists like their bosses can replace their jobs. That's crazy. Why aren't you guys cheering? Why aren't you guys losing
a whole
it?
bunch of
AI agents are the new digital workforce, working for and with us. AI agents are a system of
I keep saying with us. If a company can find an H-1B worker to do it for half the price, they'll replace you. Let alone if they can find a robot that works for essentially free. I mean, once you upfront cost. He's
on
legitimately
phones, of
talking
course,
about
it's
it like
perfect.
everyone should be super
Very,
stoked,
very
but
soon,
this is
we're gonna
clearly
have a
only beneficial
continuous
to
AI,
the
those Meta
owners.
glasses, and so we would like to create a world. We need a world foundation model. Today, we're announcing a very big thing. We're announcing NVIDIA Cosmos, a world foundation model that is designed, that was created to understand the physical world.
NVIDIA Cosmos, let's see it.
Developers use NVIDIA Omniverse to build physics-based, geospatially accurate scenarios, then output Omniverse renders into Cosmos. Cosmos can generate tokens in real time, bringing the power of foresight and multiverse simulation to AI models, generating every possible future.
We harnessed the power of Doctor Strange to see 10 million multiverses so we could train a robot to do an Amazon worker's job.
You could have it generate multiple physically plausible scenarios of the future, basically do a Doctor Strange. You could, because it could take videos.
No, he called me for it. He told me, he asked me. We're close personal friends. He called me.
In the video,
can it guess how many jelly beans are in a jar?
As well as large models.
There's no computer that's powerful enough to do that.
The platform
that's human only. That's the one thing we'll be good at in the future is jelly bean guessing. It can definitely do that. No, I'm being dead serious. It can't. Impossible. Thanks for disagreeing with me, though. Impossible. For one thing, they can't do it. In the future, only things humans can do is jelly bean guessing. Thanks for pointing that out. You're really smart. Can it gaslight a chatter? No, that's my one thing.
Today we're announcing that Cosmos
God,
is
I hope
licensed.
not.
The magic happens when you connect.
You know what's annoying about this presentation? He talked about gaming way too much. There was way too much gaming shit. It's like, talk about AI for once. Can we hear at least one thing about AI? I'm sick of these game releases. I'm sick of the graphic. I want to hear about AI.
Cosmos.
I, like most of you, own a big factory. And I want to know how I can train the robots in my factory. So, like, tell me about that. This is the Consumer Electronics Show? Are you telling me as a consumer you're not going to buy a $50,000 to $250,000 server rack to train your...
The digital twin is where the AI that has been trained goes to practice.
Yeah, they do this for self-driving.
So the digital twin of the AI.
You know, like, for example, you'd get let's say you have a self-driving car you want to test and you put it on an actual road. So it can drive 60 miles an hour or whatever. It can drive a certain number of miles a day. But if you recreate the city digitally and make a digital copy of the car and let it train itself in the virtual world, it can drive 600 million. You could do 1 million tests. And so they've been doing that to train self-driving much faster. They also do it, in manufacturing to train robots. And that's the idea. MKBHD could do it faster. Only in a school zone. So some people are saying goodbye jobs. I do want to say it's interesting because the digitization of factories is theoretically going to allow a lot of manufacturing to return to America because they don't have to pay so many workers. Right? It's like a choice between, you make it in America or you make it. It's all being made in China right now. The idea is that they can use digital factories to have fewer total workers and make it in America. Not that really matters if there's no jobs from it, but the idea is that it's cheaper, you have a safer supply chain, you're not reliant on... But it's more robots replacing China, if anything.
Ecosystem partners.
Together with Nvidia, Kion and Accenture are reinventing industrial autonomy.
We noticed in our simulations that we ran it 200,000 times. The scenarios where you didn't take a snack break, efficiency up by 2%. So you are no longer allowed to do that.
The next example, autonomous vehicles. Our next generation computer for the car is called Thor. I have one right here. Hang on a second. This is a robotics computer. It takes sensors.
He's worthy.
And just a madness amount of sensor information. Process it, umpteen cameras, high resolution, radars, lidars. They're all coming into this chip. And this
not on
chip has
Teslas.
to
They don't have
process
lidars
all that sensor,
or radars.
Turn them into tokens.
Just cameras.
Put them into a transformer and predict.
They're pretty dangerous. Just a
C920. Which is
just running self-driving on a single C920 on a ceiling fan on the top of your car, just spinning around.
So now I told you I was going to show you what would we use Omniverse and Cosmos to do in the context of self-driving cars.
Oh, I probably talked about this.
Today,
the Autonomous Vehicle Data Factory, powered by NVIDIA Omniverse, AI models, and Cosmos, generates synthetic driving scenarios that enhance training data by orders of magnitude. First, OmniMap fuses map and geospatial data.
This is what I said, right? Thousands of drives in the real life, billions. You can't see it, but it's billions and billions in the digital world.
First,
isn't that incredible? We
Hey, real applause.
Take thousands of
I do think autonomous driving is cool. People die in traffic accidents all the time. Commutes suck. It's awesome. I think it's cool. I think it's fucking sick. I think it's a net gain. It sucks that driving is the #1 job in like 38 states. But, you know, this is technology that I think is a net benefit. Train solves this. We are closer to Jensen Huang cloning himself into 10 million robots that get into your car and drive you to work with your wheel and pedals than we are to building a train.
I think the next part is robotics. If we could possibly build these amazing robots, we could deploy them in exactly the world that we've built for ourselves.
Optimus not there.
First, Groot Teleop enables skilled human workers to portal into a digital twin of their robot using the Apple Vision Pro. This means operators can capture data even without a physical robot. To teach a robot a single task, operators capture motion trajectories through a handful of teleoperated demonstrations. Then use Groot Mimic to multiply these trajectories into a much larger data set.
I can't believe they're doing all this to move steering wheels around. Yeah, that's their ultimate goal. The whole thing is designed to get steering wheels from one box to the other. It's one that we can't tackle as humans. So we've built this whole infinity web of cosmos to eventually accomplish this task. As you always know, in our daily lives, we move steering wheels dozens of times. It's the hardest problem a human faces.
Let me tell you what I told you. I told you that
I told you to clap. Don't make me sick 'em on you. I told you to clap.
It's been an incredible year. I want to thank all of you for your partnership. Thank all of you for coming. I made you a short video to reflect on last year and look forward to the next year.
Thanks, Jensen. Thanks, Papa Huang. Not very much gaming, folks. We could buy one of these, though. 2K for the 5090. 1K for the 5080, though. Which kind of shocked me.
Have a great CES, everybody.
Pretty shocking stuff. There is the presentation. Thank you, Jensen Huang. Pretty crazy. I mean, we talked about it. Not much gaming, a whole lot of AI. Some of it pretty cool, some of it pretty scary. I think we can all agree we're in a period of rapid change. From an investing POV, I mean, Nvidia clearly leads the pack. They're involved in every single aspect of AI on a pretty fundamental level, not just on hardware, but on software. They've got all the partners. They clearly command a premium on anyone else. There's nobody else doing it in as many areas as they do. No Silk Song, which is sad.